Hey mathematicians, let's do our homework. Okay, so we have a lot of different jobs in the legal field that we're talking about here. So a paralegal is somebody who's not yet a lawyer, but who's interested in the law. Maybe they want to become a lawyer, but they are like a lawyer's assistant. They know about a lot about the law, but they can't actually be a lawyer without the degree. A lawyer is somebody who studies the law. Maybe they go to the courtroom and try cases. Maybe they study contracts. A district judge, a judge is like the person you've probably seen on TV who wears the long black robes, and they don't actually decide if someone's innocent or guilty, but they will hear both sides of the story. They'll listen to the decision that the jury gives, and then they'll make a sentencing decision. They'll decide like, okay, so this person is guilty. Do they go to jail for a year or 5 years? Finally, a Supreme Court justice is a judge who sits on a panel of other judges, and they hear cases that are less criminal and have more to do with people's rights. Okay, the first part is how much will she make with 40 years as a paralegal? We are not comparing multiple different careers here. We're just looking at paralegal. This amount, this salary, that's an annual salary. That's how much she makes in 1 year. So this number times 40. I'm going to show you my sneaky way to do times 40 because this is going to be a big problem. I'm going to do times 4. We'll worry about the 4D part in a second. So you're going to multiply this out. Here it is, multiply it out. I'm going to put my comma in there. And then we're going to say, oh, really? Actually, it wasn't 4, it was 40. Guess what? Your answer gets change your place value. Actually, now our comma is not there. It goes here and here. Whoa. In 40 years, she makes $2,046,760. That's a good chunk of change. It's a pretty good job. All right, part B. If she chooses to become a lawyer instead, how much more money, how much more, that should be a key phrase, will she make in 40 years as a lawyer? We are not doing lawyer salary times 40. We are first comparing lawyer minus paralegal, get that answer, and then do that answer. Oops, let me move my face. That answer times 40 to give your final answer. Whoa, I scrolled. Final answer. Okay, that's part B. Part C. Okay, if she's a lawyer for 4 years and then she changes jobs, she then becomes a district judge for 30 years, how much money will she make in her lifetime? So we are going to find the lawyer salary. Scroll back up. Lawyer is $109,506 a year. $109,506. I wonder where that random 6 comes in. Who knows? And that is times 4. Find that answer plus the district judge salary. Let me move my face again. A district judge makes $158,000 a year. And you are going to multiply that times 30. If you want to multiply that times 3 and then put a 0 at the end of that answer, you can do that. But, wait, there's more. Then you are going to add those two answers. So down here you're going to get an answer, down here you're going to get an answer. Add them together for your final answer. Just wait. D is even better. So for part D, she spends 2 years as a paralegal. Paralegal, 51,169. 51,169 times 2 years. Here, as 4 years. Wait, don't do extra work. You just did that right here. That's going to be this answer right here. So once you have that, you can just copy it over as part of your problem here. Or if you really want to set up your work to show where you got it, you can set that up again. Okay. 14 years as a district judge. District judges make $158,000 every year, so times 14. and the last 20 years as a Supreme Court Justice. $260,700 a year. $260,700 a year times 20. You can do it as times 2 and then put a 0 at the end. Once you have all 4 of those answers, you are going to add it up to find her lifetime income. So this answer, plus this answer, plus this answer, plus this answer equals the real, oh, plus sign should be here, the final answer that you want. Woo, that's where you put your final answer. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a very large number that we all wish we had in our bank accounts. Like multiple millions. All right, that was a lot. That was probably more than what you might actually see in a STAR-tested question. This question came from a previous year's STAR. So this is the level of difficulty, both of these on the back page actually, that you can expect to see on the STAR. Richie had a checking account balance. Balance is what you already have, so that's good. At the beginning of the month, he deposits, he puts money into his bank account. Yay, more money. He has automatic deductions. Think of it this way. If I tell you I have deducted your kickboard points, did I take them or did I give them? I took them. So deductions mean minus, minus, minus. He also wrote checks. If I write a check, am I giving myself money or am I giving it to somebody else? If I'm giving it to myself, it's a plus. If I'm paying someone else with the check, it's a minus for me. The reason you write checks is as a way to pay other people. So these are also minuses. Oh, this is so hard to stay organized. Here's what I do. One big chart. All the money going out, all the money that's in or going in. That's what we had as our starting balance. That's another deposit. We had a deduction, a deduction, a deduction. These are actually automatic deductions, which I also use personally because otherwise I'll forget to pay my bills on time. So I have them set up to automatically pay. So I don't need to worry when I get my electricity bill, like, will I remember to pay it? It will automatically come out of my bank account. So those are automatic deductions. Checks are not automatic. You have to take the time to know how much they cost and then write a check. Usually, I personally write checks for things that are not regular payments. If I go to the mechanic, I'll write him a check because the amount depends on what he did and I don't go all the time. Automatic payments are like your Wi-Fi. Sometimes I do automatic payments for my rent. Things that I know I'm going to be paying the same amount every single month. I can anticipate that they're coming. I just don't want to remember like, oh, today's the 3rd. I should really pay it. Or today's the 1st, or whenever your bills are due. Okay, what are we doing next? We're going to add up all of our withdrawals, add up all of our positives, deposits, and balance, find those final answers, and don't get faked out because if you have a number that's right here, it should not be your answer over here because the last step is to subtract money you have minus total of bills. This is your final answer, whatever you get there. Last but not least, Cecil is balancing his check register after the first week in May. We talked about this in class. We are lucky enough that we don't really have to do this because we are of the generations that have online banking. It used to be before you could just look at an app that did all your math for you or look on the computer that you would have to do these problems yourself to make sure that you had the appropriate amount of money in your bank account. So again, we are going to add up all of our withdrawals. These are the negative amounts. They're coming out. We're going to add up all the money that is going in or already in our bank account. And you are going to subtract to find your total balance, which is how much is left. And now we're done. Sorry about the front page. I know it was a lot. But the back page, if you feel comfortable on that, then we are good. All right, I will see you tomorrow for Friday.